Hello, this is Weston, and it's a beautiful sunny day in Provo, Utah. And we are on a family vacation on Wednesday, August 26th. And to start off this film, we have chosen to come by the family home on the corner, well, I don't even know the address, but it's in Provo, Utah, downtown, and this house that I'm zooming in on is the old Partridge home that most people wouldn't recognize because all the vegetation Now I'm in a different position and I want to get again the Truman house, and here they are. Two of the three boys in our family, Truman and Ben. There's Truman. What? Stop there, Truman. Come back. Okay, now let's have a smile and just look at me. Okay, Truman, what do you think about your name?
I like it.
You like it. Okay. That's real profound. And then Ben? Can you stop and we can get a picture of you? How old are you, Ben?
11.
10. Becky? Becky?
What?
Wave. Okay. We thought it was appropriate to start our vacation.
You can stand in front of the Partridge house.
Here in front of the Truman and Partridge houses. They mean a lot to us as a family. And now Joseph, who bears the middle name Partridge, is going to stand next to the Partridge home, and I'll get better in position. Okay, Joe, would you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Joseph Partridge Weston, and the middle name is Partridge. This is the Partridge house. I ripped the house up. Yeah.
But
This is where the Partridge family lives.
Who are the Partridge family?
I don't know.
What do you think?
Great-grandparents. Oh yeah, my great-grandparents.
Yeah, pretty neat, huh?
Yeah.
You're searching out your roots,
Roots? What roots?
your ancestors. Okay, now let's talk to Mom. Mom, could you come into the picture? Okay, honey, tell us about this house.
Well, this is the house where Grandma Ruth, who is my mother, lived her whole life. And it's the Partridge home. And her dad built this home when they came here from Michigan, back east. And
Her dad or her granddad?
Huh?
Ruth's dad or Ruth's grandfather?
Or Ruth's grandfather, I'm sorry. Ruth's grandfather.
What was his name?
His name was Zimbabwe. Ernest Alton Partridge.
Okay.
And they also built the Truman house. And when I was in high school, my grandma lived here. My Ruth Louise Partridge lived here, and I would come and visit her sometimes in the summer. And I would spend many hours sitting on these steps right there. And I'd be sitting there trying of some place to walk to or where to go and who to go see. So we'd go and I'd spend a lot of time at this house.
Now, tell us about the Y on Y Mountain. How did that come into your family?
Okay, well.
Oh, that tree right there. Hold on one second.
Yeah. How come? Great-grandpa Partridge was one of the men that helped survey the Y.
What is
That means they got the little cameras and they lined it up to make sure that all the lines were straight, and they mapped it out on the mountain. And they mapped it out just like when you survey to build a building, get the lines all straight. And he was up on the mountain. He was one of the ones that did that.
that kind? Do it really for a second.
Let me just also get the street sign
What does that say?
so we can save this for the eternities. What's the address here, honey?
195 East, 400 North.
195 East, 400.
The RAC in the corner?
Yeah, it's you guys. Dad, you say something?
Well, I am the father of 5 children with this woman. Very happily married, and this is the first week vacation we've ever been on.
Speak up.
And my kids are already a teenager already.
14 years.
14.
Okay, now Ben, push the red button again.
It is on.
Push it on again.
Okay.
Okay, now drop it. Now this is a picture of the van.
Traveling circus.
Oh, I have a schnocky.
This is our oldest daughter, Patria. She's now a beautiful 13-year-old teenager that's reading books, and Ben is our 10-year-old, going on 11 next month. Will you move to the side? Then we have, and there's Joseph.
Hi, schnocky.
Joseph and his beautiful teeth.
Ben,
And then
drop that.
Truman, can you smile for me?
Huh?
Can you smile?
Yeah.
Okay, smile. What do you think of this house? And then there's Haley Weston. Oh, hello,
Ben, get
sweetheart.
back.
Haley, what do you want to say? I love you. That's a good thing.
Benjamin?
Okay. Now let's go visit some other places. Now we've chosen this next frame here, this part of the video, as a mobile home that we purchased for $5,000 in Patrick was a baby. And on this corner, that is not the exact mobile home. There was a smaller one, but we in the Lamplighter Estates mobile home park on 1600 West, Provo, Utah. We lived here, and it was
Is that your motorcycle?
a good part of our life. We owned it, and we sold it for more than we bought it, and moved to Las Vegas when I graduated.
Let's
So
go
that's
show
what
them
this-
the KOA campground.
One Thanksgiving Day, tell us again, honey.
There's a campground right around the corner from here, and Spencer drove by and saw this tent, and there was snow all over the ground, and there was a guy in there living in this tent. And so we had just had our Thanksgiving dinner. We were getting ready to go to California the next morning to visit family, and so we had all these leftovers. So Dad said, why don't we take this man some food? And so we gave him a great big turkey leg and mashed potatoes and gravy and stuffing and all the good Thanksgiving stuff, and put it on a plate. And Dad took it over to this man in a tent. It was snowing and it was cold, and that man didn't say much, but he took that plate of food and he finished every bite. We never did go back to see what happened to him, but
Oh, he was so thankful.
he was so thankful to have that Thanksgiving dinner.
Cold, and he had all of a sudden here opens the tent, and I stuck this big old plate of food in there. I mean, it was just heaping
He had
food.
a Thanksgiving dinner in that tent.
What was his name? Was Arland or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's Lamplighter Estates.
It's over here. Pat did play on that playground
Oh yeah,
a little bit.
Patrick was the queen of that playground. Oh my word! Would you guys like to move in here now?
St. Patrick by the old church we used to do.
This is embarrassing me. I don't think we live here.
This was mostly young married couples in those days. It wasn't older families, it was young couples with little tiny kids. Just
Yeah,
like us.
trying to go to BYU.
Yep. Everybody was poor like us. We were all poor together.
But it was the ones that were up and coming as far as Harris's and Blancs were.
Yeah.
Quality.
Yeah.
Quality.
They're good people. We just were all paying everything we had to get through school.
Now, we continue our little journey, a nostalgia journey to uncovering our roots. And this 7-Eleven is where Dad, as I worked my way through BYU, would work a graveyard shift here. And I got so tired.
Dad, someone's waiting.
Honey.
They're not. I'd get so tired at night, it just hurt. And Mom's going to tell us a story about one Christmas that we had and Dad worked there. But I just wanted to get this to remember on photos. So now as we leave 7-Eleven and come back on 300 North, Springville, we have a set of apartments here that we found to live in. And I had a little Honda motorcycle, and I would ride to school, and Becky, we had a little baby, Patria,
We lived in number 7. Number 7 was where we lived.
Number 7 upstairs.
No, we weren't upstairs, honey. We were right there.
We were.
We were in the middle. There was one below us and one above us. We were number 7 right there.
Oh yeah.
Above us was the
There, that's where we were. And one time I was untying a motorcycle trailer in the front here, and this old man came walking by for their mead, and I had a bunch of the motorcycle straps, big hooks on the sidewalk, and somehow it hooked his pant leg, and he didn't know it, and he was just going down the street with all these dragging all these things, and we'll never forget laughing about that.
Here's
because
Martin's house.
it was really something. Then we come across around the corner, and
Helen Martin.
there was this little old lady from Germany or Switzerland who took us under her wing and really was nice to her.
Her name was
Helen
Helen
Martin.
She lived in this little house right here.
And I'm going in.
You just go knock and see if Helen Martin lives there.
And this little house, she raised about 10 kids in this little tiny, tiny house.
What would that mean?
Martin's house, and they were very kind to my parents when they were a young couple. And there goes my mom. They're gonna be hugging away right there. Ah! Okay, that's all for now. Here is a look of where my parents live. They live on the bottom floor, room 7, I believe.
Ben, say this is the neighborhood of JJ and Hickabubba JJ.
And that's, I guess, where they lived. And this is a look of the neighborhood they had.
This is the neighborhood that Hickabubba JJ and JJ Jr.
I don't know if this is getting a good picture because there's a glare over there. Oh, that's all. They're gone. They left in some German lady's house.
Well, we've just spent the last half hour with Helen Martin and her son John, who really was a nice grandmother figure to Becky and I and Patria as we stayed in the apartments that are behind me over here, those apartments, when we lived in Springville, Utah. And she just gave us the scoop on where everybody is now and all the people that we had met. Helen, come on out. Ben? What have you been doing lately? Candy. You know what that does to your body, don't you? It goes inside your body and rots. Eats away all your muscles and bones, and you don't want to be that kind of a skeleton, do you?
Actually found a battery that works.